How many of you have accepted a challenge that you fell short of completing? How many of you have left a youth group or a Sunday class or even a church camp on fire to make a difference and to change the world, only to end up quitting a few months, maybe weeks later? How is it that someone can be so on fire for God to make a difference in the world one moment and then the next be running on empty? I can tell you, it's not always due to a lack of trying. So many people, including myself, set out with a mission. And in my case, I'm always strong and motivated at the start. And I know I can change someone's life. I can change something, do something. But then I hit a wall. I come across a bridge that I cannot cross, and I give up. And I know that all of you have great potential. And each and every one of you have a gift to be shared with the world. Maybe you've tried to share that gift. Maybe you've taken that first step towards taking action. That is great. That is the first step towards making a difference. But if you do not have a faith that is rooted in God, you will fail. Now this may sound harsh, this may sound pessimistic, but listen to Hebrews 11:6. And without faith, it is impossible to please God. The Bible puts it simply. Without faith, and without believing that God exists and that He can get us through any situation, we will fail. Now the Bible tells us that we can do amazing things. We can move mountains. We can overcome the world, the Bible says. But there's an if. If you do not doubt. If you believe in Jesus Christ. If you have faith. Now, faith is believing in something that you cannot see. For example, we cannot see gravity, but everyone believes it. This is because gravity is tested over and over again. And although we cannot see gravity itself, we can see its effects through testing it. And in the same way, in order to see the effects of our faith, it must be tested. How is your faith going to be strengthened if it is not tested? Now, some of the strongest materials on earth are forged through extreme heat and pressure. Now, when you see someone with an extraordinary faith, you can trace their faith back to a moment when it was put through extreme pressure and heat and stress. And they went through hard times. But in every one of those hard times, God found a way to bring them through it. And when God brought them through it, they learned to trust God. And every time we learn to trust God, we believe more and more that He will not fail us. There is no situation that He cannot bring us through. Now I know that there are those of you out there who have gone through incredible pain, depression, and anger. And I know that God will get you through that situation. And I know that when He does, you will have a faith that is so strong, so unbreakable, that there will be nothing that can stand in your way. There will be no wall, no bridge that you cannot cross. Because you know that if God can get you through that moment in your life, He can get you through anything. Now once we have forged a faith that is strong, we have a good foundation to fall back on when we try to put ourselves out there and we try to take action. What do we do with that faith? Now James 2:26 tells us, as the body without spirit is dead, so faith without deeds is dead. So we must constantly be using our faith, using it and exercising it like a muscle. If you do not use a muscle, it becomes weak and small. So we have to constantly be challenging our faith. We have to step out. We have to step out to minister to someone, to help someone, to always be a positive impact in our community. We must always be exercising our faith. Now with a strong faith, we can be ready to accept any challenge. There will be no bridge, no mountain you cannot scale. And our faith is a powerful thing. Someone with a passion for God and a strong faith to back it will be nearly unstoppable. Imagine if every one of us had a faith like that. What would your schools look like? What would your communities look like? What would your homes look like? People would see your light, and they would see God's love pouring through you, and they would be drawn to you. As Christians, we all want to do something great for the world, and our faith is the key to doing so. And for the hundreds that may stand in your way and may try to slow you down, none of them will stand a chance in stopping you, because you will have a faith in Jesus Christ. And believe me, the struggles that you will go through will be nothing compared to the bond you make with those you reach out to. For those of us that are in high school and junior high and you're trying to build a reputation, Let me tell you that you won't be remembered by those who laughed and scoffed at you, but you will be remembered by those who you showed kindness to when there was none in their life. I believe that our generation can change the world. We can spread the love of Jesus Christ. We only need faith. So I want you to ask yourself this one question at the end of every day. Is my faith growing, or is my faith dying?